Hi friends, today I'm gonna explain how to sort an unsorted array using quicksort algorithm. First of all, we choose a pivot from unsorted array and we assemble all the elements which are lesser than the pivots from the left side of the pivot, and all the elements which are higher than the pivot will be the right side of the pivot. For example, if we choose the last element as a pivot in here, it will be 5, and we will assemble all the elements which are lesser from the left and all the elements which are higher from the right, and these parts can be sorted, also can be unsorted. We will do the same operations for these parts, and it will be gone like that. It is divide and conquer method. We will choose pivot for them, the last of elements. I just wrote wrong. This is 9. I'm sorry, I'm just writing so bad. This is 9, and we will choose 9 as a pivot, and we will assemble all the elements again. It can be also 8, 7, 5, 1, 4. 1, 4. For the 1, 4, we will choose pivot 4. If we choose pivot from the last elements of these parts, we will choose from the end of these array or these sections. And also we can choose the pivot randomly, or we can either choose the first element as a pivot. It doesn't matter. Now I will show to you how it works on the code in here. I will use a debugger to show you. These are variables we will watch. We will examine during the debugging. I will briefly explain what these functions do. This main function is it's a driver code to test this algorithm, and print array functions is just printing array to console, and quicksort algorithms is dividing array recursively and send all the parameters to the swapping operations. This algorithm is finding the largest element inside the array, and it makes the largest elements as a pivot. And these functions in here choose a random elements inside this array, and it makes the randomly chosen pivot. And in here, this is the most important part of our algorithm. In here we do the swapping operations to assemble the elements which are lesser or which are higher. So I will start the debugging. Now I'm starting with the quicksort part, and I will choose the pivot from the end of the list. So I will just continue, and now pi is 0. Sign. Now we choose pivot from the last part of array, last index of array is 5, as you can see here, and I will just go on. Now we just declare the I and j. Now I is showing here and j is showing here, and we'll just continue. Now for the first part in here, we just look array j is array j greater than pivot or less than pivot. If it is not less than pivot, we will not increment I, we will just increment j, and j will go on like that. I will continue. As you can see, j will be 1, I still 0. And when we continue, we look array j is array j lesser than pivot. Now j is showing here, the second element inside the array, and it's 7, and again it is not higher than the pivot, so we will just increment the j and we will not touch I, and for so on it will go like that. And now j is 3. Now 9, for the 9 we will do the same. And now here, now array j is showing 1, and I'll just erase here, and I is showing 10. Now array j, the j index of array is lesser than pivot, so we will swap j and I. Now 1 will be here, and the rest of the array will be like that. As you can see, also I will show here. Now array I is showing 1, array I is 0, array I is 0, still 0, and the 0 index shows the 1 value, so 1 will be here, 10 will be here. This is our new array, and we will continue to do same. Now I will be 1, we will increment I is showing here, and we will also increment j. If the conditions is true, we will increment I and j both. If the conditions is false, we will just increment j. It will go on like that, and at the end of it will be how it will be. I will just do with you. Now j is 4, and for I can also show from here. J is showing here, and I is showing here, and we're just gonna looking, is j lesser than pivot? Pivot is 5, it's lesser than pivot, so we will swap. When we will swap, it will be 1, 4, 8, 9, 10, 8, 9, and ouch, yeah, that's true, 7 and 5. Now we will increment I and j both, so I will be showing here, and j will be showing where? J will be showing here. And now the condition in this for loop will be not true, because I minus 1 is not equal or greater than j, and we will go out from this for loop, and we will swap array I and array high. When we swap array I and array high, it will be how? Let me draw here. It will be 1, 4, 5, 9, 10, 7, and 8. it will be the last part of our array. Now I'll just go on. Now we just ended up the void quicksort again. Now what will we do? We will divide these parts and we will do same operations for these parts. For the first, we will do this part. Now we are doing this part, and our arrays will be like that, these two elements only. I'll just next line. Now our pivot is 4 because we choose from the end of the sections. So in the left side the pivot will be 4, and for the right side pivot will be 8, but we will just do the right side later. I will just go on from here. Now pivot is 4 and I is 0, j is 0, and array I, it means the first element is 0. Array 0 is showing the first element inside this array 1, and pivot is 4. We are looking for if array j is greater than this pivot, we will just swap array I and array j. Now it's true, and we are just swapping I and j, but they are both showing the same part. It will do nothing, so just we will increment I and j. Now I will be here, j will be here, and these conditions in here will be false because high minus 1 in here, high minus 1 will not be greater than j, because high minus 1 in here, for example 1, and j now it's 2. Actually it is actually high minus 1 will be 0 and j will be 1. Then we will go out from this for loop, and we will swap array I and array high. Array I and array high will be show 4. Then we will just swap the same place in here, so it will be 1, 4, 5. That's all done for this part. Now we will do the second part. I will just continue the showing from the debugger. Array I is 4, array j is 1, and pivot is 4. Array I is showing 4. And return, and now we return high. And now for quicksort, array pi plus 1 pi, the lower part will be pi plus 1. Pi was shown here, and pi plus 1 will be shown here. So the lower element will be here. It says the lower element will be here, and higher element also, it didn't change. Higher element still higher element, so it's showing here. Now the pivot is 8, and array I is showing 3 and j is showing 3 because 0, 1, it's 0, it's 1, it's 2, and it's 3. This is the first element for the right side of array. and it shows 9 as you can see here, and pivot is 8 from the end of this section. 8. Now we will do same operations again. So for here we will not do anything because pivot is not lesser than 9 or 10. We'll just increment for 9 and 10. We will just increment for j. So I will be showing here, j will be show here, and j, when j is coming here, j is right there, we will swap j and I. We will increment I and j both. So it will be here, and we just swap these two, and 8 is here now, and I is showing here, and j is showing here. When j showed here, when j showed the last element of this small array, we just go out from. Actually, we can say that when j arrived the pivot, we just swap j and I again. So we will swap them. So it will be like 7, 8, and we swap 10 to 8 place. And at the end, it will be sorted. So let go. Now array I showing 10 and array I 8. Now it's looking the conditions. It gives an error. For both, it will give again error, and it goes out and it sorted the array. And we can do the same operations, but this time I will not draw. I will just show it from debugger. Actually, it can be here. Now, what will they do? Now this time we can choose pivots as randomly, and we can look how it will be work. I don't know what it will be. Just I will stop execution and I will start again. Yes. So now we're just starting. Now I'm here. I go to partition, and we choose pivot as 10. Pivot is 10. So we choose pivot and we make this pivot. We actually take this pivot to the end of this array. It will be like that for the first. I just forgot to mention about that. This in partition R is that this method is working to choose a random pivot, and it choose the maximum element as a pivot, and it makes it swap the end of the list, and 10 will be here. You can just erase. Oh my god. Yeah. 5 will be here and 10 will be here. So we're gonna do the same operations when pivot is 10, and how it will goes. And actually it will do the swap operations again and again, because when I 1 1, I is 1, j is 1, it's showing same place, it will swap, it will swap, it will swap. And they will all will be no, I show 6 0 1 2 3 4 5 6, and it swaps 10 will be here, I think. Yeah, let's continue. Ah, it takes so much time. Guys, I'm just not gonna explain this. Yeah, it takes so much time because the choosing pivot, uh, when we choose the pivot in the middle of the array, I mean the value, the pivot value, if pivot value be in the middle of the elements value, it will be working better because it will just go on much faster than when we choose the 10 maximum. It will take much more time. Actually, if we try to sort the descending, or when we try to sort descending order, it will be the worst case, and for the time complexity it will take O(n) square, and for average and best case it will be taken O(n) log n. That's all I'm gonna explain for today. Thank you for listening to me.